Hi, my name is Deidre, and I'm a first grade teacher at a small Catholic school in Plainville. Uh, Most influenced on my life in general would be my grandparents, who I was raised by. They showed me that hard work does pay off, even though the results are not right now. They also showed me that it's important to really find something that you love to do, and it's not necessarily about how much money you make. In education, I would say I was most influenced by my kindergarten teacher. She was fun and she was always engaging, and because of her, I always wanted to be a teacher. And she was just great. She was always great with kids. She had one of those really good reading voices that you could just sit and listen to her read all the time. So she was just one of my best teachers, and because of her, that's what I wanted to do, and that is what I'm doing right now. My personality results showed that I scored fairly high in all of the results. Um, I am outgoing and social, friendly, optimistic, emotionally stable, careful, diligent. And the one that I scored lowest on was the intellect and imagination part, which I was about half. So I tend to lean more to the traditional side. The two theories that I picked were charismatic leadership and situational leadership. I read through all of the list of theories and leaderships, and I found a few that were very very similar to each other, but I did pick these two types of leaderships. The charismatic um, fits in just the way that's how I teach. I'm positive, and I usually tend to engage my students right away, and you're enforcing the positive behaviors and the positive actions, and that's what you want to see from your students, and they tend to pick up on that. And um, then the other one was situational leader, which kind of goes against my more traditional standpoint. I would think that the traditional would be more of, you are a male leader and this is how things are going to get done type things, where situational, I tend to evaluate the situation and who do I have in my classroom, or who do I have on my coach pitch baseball team, and how am I going to get the attention of whoever I have, and how are we going to reach our goal. And I really think that that's important in the way um, that a leader works. I mean, if you really have to look at the situation and decide where you are and who you have to be an effective leader. So though there were a lot of similar, or a lot of the leadership styles that were very similar in relating to me, I did choose the charismatic and situational leadership styles to write about and to talk about. I also found myself, when I was reading through all the leaderships, that I was kind of picking out what I like to be led by. Like, what am I looking for in a leader for me? And then I kind of realized that that's not necessarily how I am as a leader. So I thought that was really interesting to see that I am led by a leader that is not necessarily how I would lead. Also, before I end this, I want to give a shout out to our teacher, Mr. Spiegel, or Dr. Spiegel. I had him in one of my classes before, probably 5 years ago. So I'm really excited to have him as a teacher again. He was really fun to work with, and I'm excited to work with him again. Thanks.